What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Girona 4-1. Happy Eid. Indeed, it was an emphatic good performance. Over the course of the 90 minutes, there were some sloppy, some sluggish, but again, you expect that with us having so many games back to back, rotation in this lineup as well. And despite all the odds, we still go out there and we get the job done, and we get the job done well. The one goal we conceded was a bit fugazi mistake on our end, and they capitalized fair enough to Girona, but overall it was a comfortable 90 minutes afternoon in Catalonia. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Wojciech Szczesny in goal, a back four of Jules Kounde, Inigo Martinez, Ronald Araujo, and Gerard Martin. Midfield three of Eric Garcia, Pedri, and Gavi. Front three of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Fermin Lopez. Ferran Young goes to the bench. No Kubarsi, Raphinha starting this game as well. Eric Garcia shifting into the midfield. It was still playing Gavi off the left. Fermin coming in, of course, for the injured Dani Olmo, and Gerard Martin coming in to rest Balde. The first goal scored in this match was scored by your best friend, own goal. Free kick from Lamine Yamal after Fermin was fouled by Angel Herrera, which of course got him booked as well. Whips in the free kick cross, hits the hand of the Girona defender, goes in the back of the net. It was Eric Garcia that was trying to, challenge for the header, but he missed it. Hits the player, goes in, 1-0 just before halftime. We take those. The second goal scored in this match was scored by Robert Lewandowski a few minutes after us conceding to make it 1-1 on the Girona side. Danjuma scoring the goal. It was well worked by Barcelona down that left-hand side. Gavi then switches the play to Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez header across goal. Lewandowski has a toe poke, puts it on target, goes in between the legs of Gazzaniga, the Girona goalkeeper, and it goes into the back of the net. Very, very lucky goal. You could say both of our goals were lucky. You can maybe say this goal a lot comes down to the individual brilliance of Lewandowski on the half turn, getting his leg stretched out, getting the toe poke. The toe poke was, of course, going to happen. The fact that it went into the back of the net is, of course, something that we will take. That, of course, gave Barcelona the 2-1 lead. The third goal scored in this match was also scored again by Robert Lewandowski to complete his brace. Great counter by Barcelona. I think it was either Eric or Araujo that found Frankie in the midfield. Frankie with an unbelievable, super spectacular run through the midfield. Slips Lewandowski out wide on the left. He cuts inside, sends the defender to the shops. Good finish from him. As soon as he cut inside and put that shot on target, everyone knew it was going in, and that gave Barcelona the 3-1 lead. And the fourth and final goal scored was scored by Ferran. And the fourth and final goal was scored by Ferran Torres. Great goal from Barcelona overall in build-up play. The ball works its way down the left-hand side, I believe, from Frankie, finding Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin had the option to cross it to Lewandowski. He doesn't. You can see Lewandowski there a bit frustrated. Finds a cut pass inside to Ferran. Ferran turns, shoots, scores. Very similar to Lewandowski's third goal. In the end, he bags it. Lewandowski, in the end, was happy with the celebration. 4-1 lead, but most importantly, the big win. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm giving it a very solid 7 out of 10. I wouldn't say this is, an 8 or a 9, despite us, of course, scoring 4 goals. You can tell over the course of 90 minutes, the players looked a bit tired, a bit, leggy. You can sense that. I was saying a lot during the game that this feels like the Las Palmas game, where, of course, we lost 2-1, where we kind of played well. We created a lot of chances. We weren't scoring. Once Danjuma scored, I'm thinking, we're going to probably just maybe nick this game 2-1 or drop points. Didn't think it would end 4-1. So I want to commend the team for their, encouragement, for their motivation, for their enthusiasm, because again, it is very hard to match that with the amount of games that they are playing. But I don't think the performance overall was a bit sluggish, but you cannot take away from the fact that someone out there got the job done. 64-hour turnover, early kickoff as well, still getting a 4 win against a decent / okay Girona team. This is not like, the worst team in the league. They're quite decent on their day, and of course they made things difficult. They were sitting back defending very well for that first 40 minutes. We did a bit of a lucky goal to break the deadlock. They got one back as well, but the team showed resilience, and we cannot, ignore that. We cannot take that fact away from it. Again, a pretty heavily rotated team as well, with 4 or 5 changes, and yet again the performances still don't look different. I mean, the team is such in a unit. There's such cohesion in how we perform that no matter what player you put in there, you can really see the difference. You can see the difference in terms of individual talent, individual brilliance, individual accolades, but positional, off the ball work is all the same. So whether it's Balde or Martin at left back, Fermin or Olmo in the 10, that system style side of the game is pretty much the exact same thing. And that is, I think, the reason why this team is pushing to, win the big trophies, win the big bucks. So again, I want to commend the team for this performance. I think, on Eid as well, you love to see it, a little cheeky Eid win as well. But we cannot say the performance was champagne football, but a dominant performance, and one that could have gone south and maybe even should have gone south in many different avenues, but didn't. Again, a little bit of luck on our side today as well, and also the team being very resilient. So we have to commemorate that, back that up. I don't think the performance was too bad. I was entertained for that 90 minutes, but I wouldn't say it was as entertaining as Osuna game or some of our other performances this season for sure. But a dominant performance where we did have, of course, control of the possession, a lot of the ball, and we're effective with it as well. Despite scoring 4 goals, could have easily been 6 or 7. We missed 3 absolute sitters in this game. Lua and Lamine in the first half. Balde missed that chance in the second half as well. Eric Garcia hitting the post, so a lot of chances got begging in this game, but still 4 goals scored in the end. So overall tonight, team performance rating, solid for me, 7 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player rating. So, of course, with the goalkeeper, Wojciech Szczesny in goal. Average 6 out of 10 for him. Did absolutely nothing in this game. I think he had 1 catch header from a Girona goal kick. That was it. Of course, the goal we conceded, not his fault whatsoever. But I cannot give him a 7 because there's no clean sheet. If he made some couple good saves, I could maybe finesse a 7. But without a clean sheet, it's hard to give him, high rating. But again, quite day for him, and as that's what you expect as a Barca goalkeeper who was called upon twice. First time let the goal go in, second time made the catch from the header. But again, at the goal, I don't really expect him to save it. Of course, he saved it. It's an absolutely world-class, unbelievable save. And if he doesn't save it, it's like, you expect that to go in. Once Denjo was thrown goal, Denjo was a very good finisher as well. So nothing really to complain about Szczesny today. Decent day for him at the office. Passing was a bit sloppy today. A lot of his passes were overhit, and he was always, apologizing himself. So maybe just a little bit of an off day for him, but still wasn't overall that bad for me. So 6 out of 10 for me. Center right partnership, of course, in front of him. First on the right hand side was Ronald Idaho, the captain on the night. Average 6. Look, I think overall he had a solid game. That second half was a bit poor from him. Overhitting passes, not even just for the goal that we ended up conceding, which of course was mainly his fault, but even throughout that half as well. After that, he had some passes that were misplaced. First half, his passing was actually quite decent, maybe because he was being a bit more conservative, still 0-0. But once we had a bit of cushion and he was trying things, which I don't really, mind, but it just sucks that, that one pass, which I didn't think the pass was terrible to Lua, but Lua ended up not controlling it. And then, of course, he didn't hold that space to keep Denjuma offside. I'm not saying that, if you give him a 7, I wouldn't be upset about that. But for me, just that mistake for the goal, no clean sheet. That's the really annoying part about the game. But I think overall, he still played all right. I think defended very, very well in this game, especially aerially. Had that one header as well, which, add that to the chances created this game. I mentioned that Lamine Yamal, the Lua, the ball, the Eric Garcia, and also the Arujo header that was really well saved by Gazzaniga. So I think overall, he played all right. I just knocked him down a point just for the goal we conceded. I think he was partially to blame for that in 2 occasions, the pass and also the offside line as well. So I don't think he played terribly, but could have been better. Center back partner, of course, on the left-hand side. Ini, fantastic, 7 out of 10 for me. That tackle that he made from the challenge from Porto that was going to cross into that Juma. I think that was going to make it, 2-2 or 2-1 Girona. Huge tackle. That was, I think, overall he had a great game as well. In position, looked great. A lot of the times when he was, reaching the final third, and he had, Gerard Martin Gavi to his in front of him, was a bit lethargic in that sense. He's trying to, whip in these random crosses. He gave 1 assist to Lua, and I think it's Atletico. He think all of a sudden he has this great cross on him. So it's something that a bit annoyed with that. But I think, in terms of his actual job, defending, passing ability in the air, on the ground, solid as usual. From Ini, nothing really surprising there, but I really want to commemorate that, big tackle that he had late on in the second half. So, solid 7 out of 10 for me. No worries there whatsoever. Into the fullbacks now. Firstly, on the left-hand side, your boy Gerard Martin. Look, man, of course, first half of the season, Gerard Martin was, top 3, top 5 worst player I've seen put on a Barca shirt. But second half of the season, Gerard Martin, man, looking quite decent, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Flick's got magic to him or what, but really good game. Okay, listen, we're not gonna be flip-flops. We don't want players to come and play poorly. We see it and we judge it how it is. September, October, November, Gerard Martin was one of the worst players I've seen put on a shirt. But January, February, March, he's been cooking. He has been cooking. Of course, got the assist with the Ferran Torres goal. Had a great game. I think like I said, we already knew his crossing was much considerably better than Balde. But when you see it on a regular and consistent basis, you see the difference. You see that his mind is much sharper in terms of the passing lanes, passing avenues than Balde's. I think Balde excels at everything else. ahead of Jordan Martin, but still very solid game from him. Got forward, had a good defensive performance as well. Almost got done by that Siankov chance in the first half, which if they scored that, I probably would have blamed him because he was so behind. But again, he got back, a little nudge on him to throw Siankov off balance. But again, solid game from Jordan Martin, no taking away from him whatsoever, and hopefully more of these to come. And maybe we don't need a left back this summer as well. Maybe the club are looking at a right back and they're gonna bin poor old Hector Fort. And speaking of Hector Fort at right back, it was of course Jules Kounde, average 6 out of 10 for me again. I mean, look, it's just going forward. When you play these kind of, look, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be playing games where you are the favorites. And when you're a Barcelona fan watching these games, unless there's a defensive masterclass, Kounde is not going to get the highlight that he deserves. I think, again, defensively, it wasn't too bad today. But I'm watching him do it 1-2 with Lemmy. He's making overlapping runs. He just looks so out of position still. He's been playing right back now for Barcelona for 3 seasons at the highest level. He has 10 GA this season, 9 GA this season, which is still fantastic for him as a fullback. But still, the past 2 games, you can see where he does lag. And that's, of course, final third. You know, the cross thing, the link-up play. Had that Elastico nutmeg in the first half, which was crazy. So he's getting a bit techie with it a little bit. But I don't know, man. You could definitely give him a 7. Very similar to Arujo. I think the 7 and 6 really depends on opinion. Of course, nowhere near an 8. I think defended very well in the game. Just going forward, he had some moments that were really good and some moments that weren't the best. And I just think that if you have a natural, you know, say, for example, Dani Alves at right back, with Lamine Yamal in front of him, I think that right-hand side would be dangerous. I think it's really well balanced right now, but it could be such a higher level. But not too upset with Kounde, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's just average from him. So 6 out of 10 from me. Into the pivot now. Firstly, in the 6, it was your boy Eric Garcia. 8 out of 10 for me. And my man of the match. I thought Eric Garcia had a hell of a game. I thought he played that role very well. And like I said, the center back game that he played against Osasuna, I think will be the last center back performance we see from Eric this season. I think we'll see him the rest in the pivot for this reason. You have no Casado, you have no Bernal. He's the next in line. And I think he had a really good game today. There was a moment, I think, where he got done on a turn on a Girona counterattack in the first half. Apart from that, was flawless. Hit the post, of course. He was making some crazy runs. I'm watching him making runs. I'm like, damn, is that Frankie or is that Eric? He's having touches and turns, running past 2 or 3 players. Had that great moment in the beginning of the second half. Runs past 2 players. Outside the foot, Trivela pass to Lua. That Lua F's it up, as he tends to do. Great game from him. Of course, on the goal, he missed the slide tackle for the assist for Danjuma, so if he gets there a bit early, could have blocked the goal. But I think, again, that goal really comes down to more so Lua and Arujo than it does on Eric. But again, gets that block, it would have been a different scenario. Controlled the game very well. Had some great tackles, some great interceptions. Wouldn't say he was dictating tempo per se, but kept it steady. And when he saw spaces, he took it and he exploited it. And that's what I loved about that performance today. So I think Eric Garcia, definitely for me, my man of the match in this game. 8 out of 10 from me. Of course, his pair partner in the 8 was Mr. Pedri Potter, 7 out of 10. Just typical brilliant performance from him. Nothing really too outrageous. Yeah, really kept it calm, cool, composed in this game. Didn't really have anything final third wise, but had that great tackle in the first half to stop a Girona counterattack. Was having some great passing lanes and passing vision in the second half as well. So typical performance. There's really nothing to really highlight, really nothing to add or say. Of course, no GA for Pedri either, but despite that, still think he put in a great performance. So 7 out of 10 from me. In the 10, of course, was Fermin Lopez. Well, a lot of you guys were slating in the live stream that he wasn't playing too well. I thought he was playing okay. Got that assist for Lua in the end, so I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Probably, I think his performance is like a 6.5-ish, but with the assist, I jammed it up to a 7. Look, in his position, his main task is to take risk. And I love him taking his risk in the first half. Taking shots from distance, exploiting spaces when he sees it. Shooting when he sees that there's no space and no passing lanes for the front line, whether it be for Lua, Gavi, or Lamine. That's what I want to see from Fermin. Again, there were a bit, sloppy passes here and there, but that's what you expect. Recovery-wise, won a lot of second balls in this game, so credit to him. Got that crazy assist for Lua. I don't know how he's winning that header. Leaped like a freaking leopard. So I think overall he played a decent game, to be fair to him. So I know there was a bit of, sluggish moves from him, especially losing some possession in that first half, which again you expect. Then he almost does it all the time when he plays there. So does Gavi as well, because that position comes a lot with risk and relying solely on your individual talent, which we did see a lot from Fermin. So I don't really hate it. I think he had an alright game with the assist as well. I think 7 out of 10, perfectly fair for Fermin. On the left-hand side, it was, of course, Pablo. Gavi, like Pedri, saw a 7 out of 10 from him. Wasn't really doing much in the attacking phase of the game. Was making some good runs in the box, helping drive Martin on some of the overlaps, but didn't really get involved too much, which you do expect from a left-hand side forward. But since he's more of a midfielder, you can expect it was more so of a diamond formation than we initially expected. He was dropping in the midfield a lot, connecting a lot with Pedri. So basically, I think we played more so of a 4-3-3, not even 4-3-3, like a 4-3-1-2 today than we did a 4-2-3-1. But yeah, energy, intensity was all there from Gavi today. Was quite surprised he got hooked at the hour mark. I don't know why he's not playing the full 90. I don't know why Balde's getting rested as well. I don't know what Flick's doing, but he knows more than me, so it is what it is. But great performance from Gavi yet again. Solid 7 out of 10 from me. Right winger, of course, was your boy Lamine Yamal. 7 out of 10. I thought he had a really, really good game. Again, just all about that final product. I got the assist for the first goal. Hit the bar near the end of that game. That would have been a crazy goal. Again, his dribbling is second to none. His dribbling and his passing today was out of this world. A lot of the times where Kounde was getting, the reason why I criticized Kounde a lot in this game specifically was because Lamine was setting him up on a freaking plate. The thing is, right, every team now is going to double team Lamine Yamal. When Lamine gets double team, if he gets that final extra pass, that flick on for the overlapping Jules Kounde's in so much space, and he did that so many times in the game. The flick on, I think it's either to Fermin or Jules in this game. Every single time, got the back heel flick off Miguel Guedes, or got the chip through ball over the top. Passing and dribbling today for him was absolutely elite. Again, a goal or assist today, you're touching 8 or 9. I think he's like a 7.5 in this game, honestly. I don't think he was quite an 8, just based on the eye test. Maybe the stats will say otherwise. Of course, he had a great passing. His touches today were fantastic. And again, everything up until the final throw is great from him. Something, again, so frustrating with Lamine that, like, 9 times out of 10, his shot gets blocked. I would love to see those shots get on target, see where they go, off target completely, they go in, hit the woodwork, saved. Because those shots, he always gets in great areas. He had, like, the body fake cut inside, and they go, alright, shoot it, bend it. Where you see him score for Spain, and even for Barcelona, then it gets blocked. A bit frustrating, but not really. I'm not criticizing him for that. I'm just saying that that's frustrating on my end as a fan. But great performance again from Lamine, 7 out of 10 from me. And last but not the least, your boy RL9 Robert Lewandowski, brace today, 7 out of 10 from me. I think overall had a good game. Missed some sitters, man. That first half chance, I think that is embarrassing as a striker of his level, of his quality, missing that chance. But 25 goals, leading the Pichichi. This guy has 97 goals for Barcelona. He's gonna break 100 goals for Barcelona this season. You know how nuts that is? 100 goals in 3 seasons for Barcelona. Like, you have to remember, like, only 4 players or 5 players have more than 100 goals for Barcelona. You have Cesar, you have Luis Suarez, you have Messi. There's someone else as well whose name slipped my mind. I can only think of 4 or 5 players that have more than 100. Oh, sorry, I think Eto has overall more than 100 goals for Barcelona. I think he has 130. But he's about to break 100 goals for Barcelona. That is nuts. I mean, again, we win the league and the Champions League. We go and do everything this season. He's going to be classified in my book, and I think in a lot of people's book, as a Barcelona legend. And the fact that he's come in and done this in 3 seasons is freaking crazy. The hate for Lua, I think sometimes is justified, and sometimes I think it's a bit too much. But I know sometimes Lua's just a guy. He has 40 GA this season. 40. I think he has 42 GAs now this season. It's just crazy the numbers that he's putting up at his age. Competing for the Ballon d'Or. I mean, not Ballon d'Or, the Pichichi against prime Kylian Mbappe at his age. But yeah, Barca fans, like, sometimes he's hit and miss, and I agree with it. Sometimes he puts an absolute sink to it, and sometimes he comes in and comes in clutch. But very much up and down from Lua. But we'll take it. Brace today, I think the first goal was a great finish. Second goal was a great finish as well. That's what you want from Lua. Again, he missed 2 big chances, scored 2, so should have had a hat trick, but we will take it and we will move. Good performance from him overall. Hopefully, just continue this as we enter the final stretch of the season. Now for substitutions. Subs were Ferran Torres, Frankie, Balde, Kuborsi, and Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre had some good movements in the final few minutes, but didn't really have enough time to have an impact. Balde missed a big chance, which kind of sucks. I think Kuborsi had maybe a couple passes at the absolute most. Frankie de Jong. Que jugador, man. Que jugador. What a cameo from him. All the hate is just coming back and biting all his haters right in the arse. That assist for the Lua goal as well was disgusting. Unbelievable. Ferran Torres, the shark, off the bench getting a goal as well. Talk about impact sub. That's 2 GA in this game. off the bench. It could have been 3 if Balde had his shooting boots on, where he says that, you know, I want to score more goals. He's 1v1 and he misses, which kind of sucks on 2 different occasions, you could say. But Frankie, I think his cameo was fantastic. I think Ferran was very effective. I think the other 3 really came on kind of late, so they didn't really have enough time to really get the mojo going. But I think subs came in, provided some freshness, and also provided some big impact in this game. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick. Tonight for me, it's the same as the team, 7 out of 10. I mean, job done, 3 points, 4 goals, no clean sheet, rotated the squad as well. In-game management I thought was solid. Subs were pretty good as well. Would have let the team Pau Torre come on a bit early. I don't understand the sub. I don't understand this, not for Flick, but just management in general. Bring it on players like past the 86th minute. What are they gonna do in like 3 or 4 minutes, right? The double changes were really good as well. The Balde Kubarsi one, didn't mind that. The Frankie one, maybe not bring it on Frankie because, you know, he had the overload. We already scored the goal before he made the sub, but of course Frankie came in, had a great cameo, and overall I think managed the game very, very well. Got the result 64 hours after the Osasuna game. No clean sheet. We didn't play, of course, Champagne, you know, prime Flick ball. Hopefully we're saving that for, you know, Atletico and Dortmund to come. But, you know, when you have these kind of games in between the big games near the tail end of the season, all you have to do is win. The fact that we're winning them comfortably, emphatically, with goals being scored, you have to commemorate Flick. And also, he's done with John Martin as well. He's been stinky the first 3 months, and now the last 3 months he's been, you know, very, 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 very good. So I think this comes down to Flick and his management. Also bringing on Balde at left wing ahead of Ansu. I mean, Ansu must be that stinky in training. I don't know. We see when the club releases clips from training, you're seeing Ansu score goals in training, you know, bagging headers and celebrating. But I mean, Flick's bringing on Balde at left wing ahead of him, so this is enough really about Ansu. But overall for Flick, great day at the office for him. 7 out of 10 for me. So that's a match review for Barcelona versus Girona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing I want to see, of course, is your thoughts on performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.